What's up, everyone? How you guys doing? And this is the condensed version of the 5.4 live stream. So if you're not watching that video, hopefully you watch mine. Let's get started. All right, so we're heading back to Inazuma for this one, and the featured 5-star character for this patch is her name is Yumemizuki Mizuki. Yes, I did not say that twice. I don't have a starter. Okay, I might have a starter, but you get what I mean. Basically, 5-star Anemo Catalyst. Before I carry on, don't be pressured to pull for her because in 5.5 she's going to the standard banner. Take that as you will. But basically, Animal Catalyst character, what she does is that she works very well the sword elements. Her skill allows her to enter into this drift dreamer state, which allows her to float, as you have seen multiple times. And we always see in a few seconds as well. But basically what this is that she floats, and at the same time she's able to do like periodic animal damage to your enemies. And of course, if you swirl with the elements, you know, more damage as well. Very, very nice. One of the things is that you're able to extend, probably I'll fast forward this a little bit, you're able to extend the period. They didn't say how, but I would assume that if you swirl an enemy, you'll probably get an extended period of her floating. There's probably a limit to that as well, but whatever. Okay, but anyway, Mizuku's elemental burst, she summons a mini Baku. If you guys played Pokemon, the Mushana line from Generation 5 are based on those creatures from Japanese, I guess, mythology. But basically, periodically, the Baku will drop these snacks, and depending on your health, you will be able to either, if you're above the threshold, you do damage or shockwave, and you're below the threshold, you heal. As you can see right here with Cookie Shinobu. Okay, and one more thing, if you don't pick it up, you don't pick up the sweets that are dropped, you'll still do damage after a while. Right, so that's gonna be that for her. I think she's a very comfortable, like, overworld character, right? She also has very good mobility, which I guess people who do exploration will want as well. That being said, as I mentioned earlier, she's going to the standard banner in 5.5, so do not feel pressured to pull for her if you guys do not want to. Also, last thing is one of her talents as well. If you heal in the overworld with food, you do get higher healing depending on the friendship level as well. All right, so let's move on to the wishes. First phase. I don't think people will be excited for this. It's Mizuki, who I mentioned is going to standard, and sigewinne as well, who I don't think is a very popular character. She's pretty cute, but that's about it. Obviously, the 5-star weapon for her, for Mizuki, is going to be there as well. And for the second phase, a little bit more interesting because we have an Archon rerun for Furina, and also wriothesley as well. So Cryo is not dead. Cryo is not forgotten by Hoyoverse. As per what I said in my Shenhe video, you know, I think Furina is a very good character, and I think that she does help your account quite a bit. Let's talk about the main event of 5.4, which is the Enchanted Tales of the Mikawa Festival. Basically, it's a series of games that you can play. You know, it's filler events. You're going back to Inazuma for this. You do get a free 4-star weapon. How good that is, we have to see. But yeah, talk about the games. The first one is kind of like a Fox platformer that you can play. It changes day and night, so it changes the puzzle layout kind of thing. The second one is like a bridge event. You have access to like the Sayu doubles, the clone doubles, and depending on the puzzles that you see, you can use them to like create the bridges, as you've seen right over here. You know, so for players who want, and probably this is level 1, right? That's why it looks so easy. Probably get a little bit more difficult as high level it goes. The last one is based on the Ludi Hapatsum. I'm probably butchering the pronunciation, where basically they shoot a ball and you shoot back and you can do damage. Very tense like. So for those of you who probably remember this from like the summer events or the old like Mondstadt events, is, you know, you'll probably have a blast doing this. So yeah, that's basically that. Obviously that helps you to be able to get coupons, to be able to get the weapon, right? I'm not pronouncing the name, okay? But yeah, this whole event is very gonna be pretty fun for players, I guess. And obviously, as I say, it's filler, so there's not gonna be much stakes in it. I might be wrong. But yeah, that's that for the main event. But what about the other events? We do have a Traveler's Tales Anthology chapter. It's basically like a very like slice of life. You visit like your friends, you see what they're doing, you hang out with them, get to know them better kind of thing. Can see what they're up to. Guoba, Pyro Archon right over there. You can see Kokomi, Power Crab. I mean, she's very cool. But yeah, I think that you know, it's gonna be nice to see what everyone's up to. I think it's very nice. I think it's very interactive, right? Get to see what people are up to, makes the world feel a little bit more alive. Like in this case, you get to actually meet up with Zhongli, so that's that. The next event, I think for those who are into combat will probably like a lot more. The Realm of Tempered Valor is kind of very similar to a tower, but in this case, there are 25 floors. The main way to clear each floor is to beat your enemies in 30 seconds. You can see right over here, there's a counter right at the top. And at the same time, there's also co-op. So you can actually, if unlike me, you have friends, which, congratulations, by the way. Yeah, you can play with a friend and you can obviously work it out with each other. So it's gonna be very, very nice, right? Something co-op to do with your friends that's not like farming that overworld, right? Because that's all we ever do, but you just farm that overworld. But yeah, that's really nice. It's also like a mini game that probably you would do just to get primo gems. Let's be real. Fish hunting, fish capturing, whatever. Also co-op, but I think this is probably like the smallest thing to be excited about. So yeah, the Wrio adventure. So if you guys played the 4.3 event, this is very similar. You get certain clips and then you make a video out of it. In this case, it's for Javier, who was part of that event. You're basically just making like an ad for him, right? A video for his ad, for his sponsor. All right. I'm not sponsored, by the way, but if you guys like, I'm just kidding. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, that's basically it for the event. And now let's move on to TCG. If you're interested, there's some updates. I'm not into it, so you can probably just check it out for yourselves. Layer overflow is always there, and the system optimization. So this is going to be quite a bit. Before I carry on, the optimization where you are able to level up, or like you have 2 guaranteed rolls on whatever you choose for your sanctifying elixirs. That's in 5.5. So they didn't mention it in this patch. That's in 5.5. So wait 2 months. But anyways, going back to the optimization, so you're just able to, it's just a better way of creating like tabs and being able to like level up your characters. I think this is something introduced with 1.5 in Xander's Zone 0 just like 2 days ago, where you're able to like create like a training plan for your characters, you're able to farm the materials. You're actually able to now mark like very, very nicely on the overworld what you need. And also whatever materials you need has this purple mark over it, so they're able to know what you're actually farming for, right? So that includes like your talent materials as well as your level up stuff and even your weapons as well. So it's gonna be very, very good for players who don't want to count, right? And you just want like an actual like a definitive number in your game. I think the craftable thing, I think you should still be able to craft wherever we want, but that's what, that's that. Does some better UI for leveling up multiple characters. Here they show you leveling up Wriothesley and then moving to sigewinne almost instantaneously. So it's going to be less screens to move through. They're able to level up your multiple characters, especially for newer players who are building up their rosters. Mostly for PC players, you're able to filter out by elements, as you can see right over here. That's going to be really, really nice. For players who have very big accounts, and also you're able to now filter your weapons by subsets. So for those of you who want your crit rate and crit damage weapons easily seen, here you go. But yeah, also just auto add for like leveling up and like refinement as well. So as you can see right over here, like it's just one button and it's all refined instead of clicking through manually. Some teapot stuff, just easier UI, easier navigation, stuff like that. And that's about it. Like, it's pretty short patch, filler patch, let's be real, right? It's probably going to be like a 5 point, like not a 5 or 6, but like it's just going to be like, you just do your events, get the primo gems and bounce, right? No stakes kind of thing, right? And you know what? Sometimes you just need to touch grass, and I'm fine with that. Okay, but yeah, this is just an update for whatever's happened in this patch. Let me know in the comments down below. Did I miss anything? Oh yeah, now story quests do not require keys. So that means that your if you're doing the Mizuki story quest, don't require keys at all. Do they actually mention this here? They didn't mention it anywhere. Oh wait, it's right here. Right? So you don't require keys anymore. So yeah, keys will no longer be required. So that's really very, very good. But yeah, in my opinion, going back to see characters like what's her name? Going back to see characters like Raiden Shogun, going back to see characters like Yaimiko, going back to see characters like Raiden Shogun. yeah, you know, I think that's gonna be very nice for players, you know, back to the good old days of 2021. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below what do you think of this patch. I think it's just filler, right? It is what it is. I think Genshin should have less fillers, but you know, I'm not that way. So that's that. Hope you guys have a great day. See you guys soon, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Stay healthy, stay safe, be good to yourselves and the people around you. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.